What? But why wouldn't the computer know?
X-Ray Delta One, this is Mission Control. Roger your plan to go EVA and replace Alpha Echo, a 3-5 unit, prior to failure.
Prepare V-Pod for EVA now. Open the pod doors now.
It's kind of interesting because the audio, this breathing that you're just hearing against the white noise is like a very close, like an intimate, but then the visuals are just kind of very cold and far away feeling.
By the way, this is...
These two guys must have had to go through such extensive training to do all this. Like, if anything breaks down, they have to be able to know how this thing runs, how to fix things if things go wrong. They have to be knowledgeable about every component. This is... I would not do that.
Right.
People have asked me if I would go into space, and I feel like it would be an amazing experience, even just out of the atmosphere to just kind of like look at Earth from space. But to leave the ship and just be floating out there, I can say 100% I would never do that. Like, go to space.
It's no big deal. I've jumped out of 5 airplanes.
No.
I do it.
But yeah, it kind of brings me to think about all the training that real astronauts have to do. There's so many things that they have to
I remember
train
when
physically,
my eldest
mentally,
daughter was
their
16.
knowledge.
And
they have to train like in zero
2001,
gravity
A Space Odyssey. That's my
all the
16.
technical things.
Oh, she's
Definitely
28
something
now.
not just anybody can
That
do.
was hers. That was my eldest daughter's birth song. That theme from 2001, when my eldest daughter was born.
Okay, so they brought the faulty part back.
Wherever the heck.
Well, I'm dead. If I can find anything wrong with it.
Yes, it's puzzling. I would recommend that we put the unit back in operation and let it fail. It should then be a simple matter to track down the cause. We can certainly afford to be out of communication.
This movie came out when I was 4 years old in 1968.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
We should advise you
This movie was revolutionary in 1968.
The 9000 computer is in error predicting the fault.
And it was playing
Is he
at
at
the
fault
theater
or
right
is he
across the
lying?
street from my house
I hope the two of
for
you are not
a
concerned
year.
about this.
Oh, not Al. How would you account for this
Early
discrepancy
70s.
between you and the Twin 9000?
It can only be attributable to human error, and it has always been due to human error.
Are you certain there's never been any case of even the most insignificant computer error?
None whatsoever, Frank. Quite honestly, I wouldn't worry myself about that.
Well, I'm sure you're right, Al. Fine. Thanks very much. I'm having a bit of trouble with my transmitter and C-pod. I wonder if you'd come down and take a look at them. See you later, Al.
Keir Dullea, he was also in
Is
the
there
Star
any
Lost.
part of the
A
ship that they
Canadian
can go where Hal doesn't hear them? Is that what they're trying to do right now?
Gary Lockwood, he,
appearance of DJ.
that was a good episode.
Open the door, Al.
Well, the second pilot of Star Trek.
Rotate the pod, please, Hal. I don't think you can hear us.
They
Rotate the pod, please, Hal. Yeah, I'm sure we're okay.
are they?
I've got a bad feeling about it.
It's always interesting to watch things through a third perspective.
Perfect operational record.
Unfortunately, that sounds a little like famous last words.
It does. It does.
Still, I can't think of a good reason not to put back the number 1 unit and carry on with a failure mode analysis.
No, I agree about that. There isn't a single aspect of ship operations that's not under his control. If he were proven to be malfunctioning, I wouldn't see
You know,
any
it's funny,
choice but disconnection.
I think I was
I'm afraid I agree with you. Well, I'm not so sure what I think about it.
12 or 13 years old, and this movie was playing across the street
Oh.
every day.
You
And I
can
never
read
went.
lips.
And
Oh my everything they're saying. Intermission.
I never saw
I'm-
that at
I'm
the
just-
theater
I'm
across
wondering
the street, but I
if
did years later.
Hal is lying about the part going to go into failure, or if he really thinks that he's going into it's going to go into failure and it's an error. He said that he was suspicious about the mission, but it didn't seem like he knows what the true mission's intent is. The monolith is still being hidden from the public eye, and they did start this mission relatively soon after finding that monolith, and now they have these AI programs, which they didn't before. So I do think that somehow the monolith gave them a nudge forward with their technological advances.
You're right.
But there's so many unknowns, there's so many questions.
Yep.
Here comes the creepy violins again.
And Arthur,
Okay,
Arthur
so the
C.
breathing's
Clarke had a
back.
monolith in his
Seems
backyard
pretty
in
calm
his
breathing
home in
last
Sri
time.
Lanka.
The unit back and see if it fails. But Hal knows that they would, under
I've read
certain
all of
circumstances,
his books.
attempt to shut him
2001,
down.
2010,
Why is it turning? Is it supposed to
31,
turn?
and the final Odyssey. Yeah, I've read all of Arthur
I
C.
don't think
Clarke's
it did that
books
last time.
when I was younger,
Oh my gosh.
when I had time.
Oh! Oh my god, we didn't even get to see it. What happened exactly? I did not expect to see him flying across that screen like that. That was shocking, even though I knew that that thing was gonna try to harm him or whatever. Oh my god.
No, Hal
Pod 3PA. Do you have a positive track on him?
Hal wants
I have a
to
good
not
track.
be destroyed.
I'm sorry, Dave. I don't have enough information.
I don't know if you should go in there. It looked like some kind of tube was loose on Frank's. It was Frank, right? On his,
No,
he's
Hal.
probably out of oxygen. He's probably already dead.
Yeah, the computer wanted to stay alive.
And this is why I would never do something like that. I would never go out floating in space like that with only a spacesuit to protect me from everything else out there.
No big deal. I've jumped out of airplanes, no big
This
deal.
guy's got some very intense eyes.
Who?
It's amazing how calm they can remain in these high stress situations. Like, I'm sure he's feeling all kinds of emotions right now, but he's really keeping his cool. Just doing what needs to be done. No theatrics, just my dude's out there, he needs help, and I'm gonna go get him. Not even a second thought about his own safety or anything. Poor Frank. He just had a birthday.
Now it's his death day. Cryogenics.
Jesus. Oh my god. He's killing the other three.
Oh.
That's it. Life functions terminated.
Wow.
Jeez.
I don't remember this
All
book.
we see is that glowing red light.
Open the pod bay door, please, Hal. Open the pod bay door, please, Hal.
He said please.
Do you read me, Hal?
Hello, Hal, do you read me?
This.
Do you read me, Hal?
Affirmative, Dave.
Ooh.
I read you.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Come on, you're supposed to rely on each other. You're so far away from home. You gotta rely on each other.
Just as well as I do. This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hal.
I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me.
Where the hell did you get that idea, Hal?
Yeah.
I could see your lips move.
You could see their lips move.
He was like, shit.
All right, Hal. I'll go in through the emergency airlock.
Without your space helmet, Dave, you're going to find that rather difficult.
Open the doors.
Well,
This
obviously, Hal
conversation
doesn't
can
give a
serve no
shit.
purpose anymore. Goodbye.
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 He's just gonna leave him out there.
What a narcissist Hal is.
Now Dave's starting to panic.
Hal! Hal!
Now what? There's so much of the movie left. It feels like this is like, what else is there to tell? Is he gonna get back on the ship somehow? I still don't even know what their mission is.
2010 was a good movie too.
I
wish they did another movie.
That's
I've read all
crazy.
4 of the books,
I
but
remember the monkeys.
they
I
only
remember
did
the
2001 and
Savannah.
2010.
I remember the line. I can't do that. I don't remember any of this visually. None of this. Did I even watch this movie, or did I just hear about it from my family? I don't even know. I know there's something coming later with some swirly shit, though.
You were probably
That image has been ingrained in my mind, or at least the feeling that I got when I saw those images and those lights and those colors
no when you
have
were
been ingrained in my mind. It's something I could never forget.
yeah you remember
I'm so
eating
curious to
popcorn
see
next to
how
your father
my
when you were
memory
little.
And what the reality is,
That's
like
all
how
you
closely
remember.
they're going to align. Dave, you should have brought your space helmet. Without a helmet, how could he even attempt to get through the emergency hatch? Wouldn't he just, like, instantly freeze? And suffocate?
Good
I
question.
guess maybe if he's able to get in, like get super close, get in and close the hatch
And be fast.
immediately?
Yeah, well, you do what you gotta do.
Even when he gets on the ship, how's he gonna fight against something that has control over every system? He could just turn off life support, right? Oh my god.
There's always alternatives. There's a solution to
The
every
tension
problem.
is...
Okay, he's in.
Oh.
Oh, he hit his head. But he's in.
Whew.
Well, where did...
He made it. He's the only one left.
Why does he have a helmet
Just
on now?
what do you think
Oh,
you're doing,
I guess he
Dave?
got it on the ship.
Is he gonna be able to shut him down? I don't know. Oh my god.
I really think I'm entitled to an answer to that question.
I think you lost all your rights after all the crap that you pulled.
Yeah,
Dave does not owe you anything.
no.
I know everything hasn't been quite right with me,
So
but I can assure you now that it's going to be all right again.
Hal has no
So
empathy.
he
Hal
was in
has
error?
no empathy
I
at
feel
all.
much better now. I can see you're really
Oh,
upset
give me a
about
break.
this.
So he has air supply. Even if life support systems were shut off.
I think you ought to sit down calmly, take a stress pill.
No,
and
Hal,
think
you need to
things over.
sit down and be
I know
sedated.
I've made some very poor decisions recently.
Yes, you
That's an
have.
understatement.
You've made a lot of poor
Whoa.
decisions.
That my work will be back to normal.
You're
Unfortunately,
Hal is passive
nobody can
aggressive.
trust you anymore.
Hal is
Even
totally
if you fully
passive
believe that
aggressive.
you are infallible from this point
With
forward.
no emotions and
Your
no
work cannot be
empathy.
trusted.
That's
Stop,
right.
will you?
You're right, girl.